Plaintiff Earlene Banks says her childhood was filled with abuse, and she's basically been on her own since the age of 13. Earlene claims she eventually moved out of state, which is when she started dating the defendant. Earlene claims the defendant was the first woman she was ever with. But one day she just stopped calling Earlene. She's suing her ex today for unpaid loans and a phone bill. Defendant Alana Haley admits she brought Earlene to the other side because she felt as a woman she could treat Earlene better than a man could. Alana admits borrowing money from Earlene, but feels she's paid her back in sexual favors.
Tell me what happened.
Okay, well, let me start off by telling you a little bit about myself. I'm originally from Mississippi and Indiana.
Where you live now?
I live in Springfield, Illinois now.
Illinois? A lot of people from Illinois from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah,
In Memphis.
No kidding.
Am I right?
Yeah, that's true. They
A lot of
tend to
people
go
from
back
Chicago.
and forth.
When the African-American migration began to the north for when people were coming for jobs and economic opportunity, a lot of people from Mississippi and Tennessee, or Memphis area in particular, moved to Chicago. A lot of folks from Alabama and Georgia, and I think the Carolinas moved to Michigan, the Detroit area. So go ahead, where are you from? Where your family from?
Springfield, Illinois.
Where were your family from?
In Springfield.
Don't try that. There wasn't no black folks up north.
Oh, you said.
Trying to get brand new up in here.
I also have people from Mississippi too.
Mississippi?
Yeah, Greenville.
All right, see? All right. How many black folks in the audience, parents are folks from Mississippi? And see, I told you, I know what I'm talking about. All Chicago folks come from Mississippi. So you were from Mississippi originally, you live in Illinois, what else?
Basically, I was raised in a family full of abuse. I was sexually abused from the age of 4 until I was 13 years old. From the age of 13 to 19, I basically taught myself everything I know today. You know, I was the first person from my family, of my immediate family, that I know of to even graduate from high school, period. So after I graduated from high school, I went to college for a year, and by that time I was 19. So once I was 19, I moved to Springfield, Illinois to start my own life in a new place, a new environment where I didn't know no one completely at all. So I got a secretary job working at the hospital. You know, everything was going fine. I used to go to this place called Hardee's where I met Alana. She was a cashier there. I would talk to her, you know, it would be laughs and jokes, you know, and basically she knew my orders, she knew me, you know, she was pretty nice, you know. So one thing led to another. We ended up hanging out outside of work, you know, and it ended up turning into a relationship. The first female I have ever been involved with, period.
And you all began dating when? Approximately month and year?
It was June of 2007.
You want to give me some background?
Yeah, I just want to say that I feel like I brought Earlene to the other side. You know, Earlene ain't never dated a woman before, and I feel like I could treat women better than a man could. No offense, Shauna, but you know, that's just how good I am.
All right.
And I wanted to say that, you know, when it came to the payments, I feel like I pay her back in sexual favors, you know?
Oh.
And that's what you were referring to, you can treat women better than men sexually. What other ways then, other than sex?
I mean, I took her out, you know.
I paid for it.
Can't answer that, can you?
Yeah.
You measure your womanhood based on your sexual conquest. That's what it sounds like. I can treat her better. I'm sex, and she ain't never had one. I made her like women. Sex and sex and sex. Big deal. Who cares? What's gonna happen in the future?
You know, go to the next one.
That's right.
Yeah.
You work?
Yes, sir.
What kind of work?
I'm a cook.
Okay, good. You can pay this loan back if if we determine you owe the loan. How was the relationship? Everything was all right?
Yes, Shauna, it was great. You know
Okay,
what I'm
how did
saying?
things go wrong?
After a while, you know, we start, you know, falling apart, you know, because stuff started getting hard for me, you know, and well, I had death in my family,
Oh, okay.
and, you know, that's why.
Yeah, if she was really your mate, she would have helped to console you, not run away. Nevertheless, go ahead. What do you say happened to the relationship? And then we can get into these loans and phone bills.
Well, basically, I feel like the relationship fell apart because I was basically trying to get the money back that she owed me. I didn't care, basically, if she gave me $100. It didn't matter if she gave me $50. It didn't matter as long as she gave me something. And so she stopped talking to me. She stopped calling me. She stopped answering the phones to me. So I basically...
she says that this money should be counted toward sexual compensation, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, so for her to sue you for $2,000, that means your sex wasn't worth much.
I mean, Your
as
Honor,
much as
it's
you've been
hard out here.
boasting about.
It's hard.
Tell me about the loan you're suing for.
Well, Alana came to me. She told me that she was basically getting ready to get kicked out of her apartment. This was an apartment she informed me about, and I ended up moving into the building myself because it was nice. And she told me that she was 3 months behind on her rent, you know, that she just needed a little help. If not, she didn't have anywhere else to go. So we basically talked about it, and I was like, okay, I agree to help you, but you have to pay me back because I have loaned money to people before, and they have not paid me back before. And they get angry about it, so I said, you're going to have to write something. You're going to have to say that you're going to pay me back, you know. And so...
You say write something.
Yeah, you're going to have to write something down.
You all signed an agreement?
Yeah, we signed it.
Well, let me see it. How much did you loan her?
I loaned her $1,230 plus the $650 for the car, and she still owed me a cell phone bill that costs $50 and some cents every month.
This says $1,850, and then it talks about, I know I owe you for phone rent $50 a month. I will pay you as soon as possible. Ma'am, you signed this?
Yes, I did.
So why shouldn't you pay today? Other than this nonsense you're talking about related to your sexual skills, which she obviously doesn't agree with because she's suing you.
Your Honor, I still feel like I'm still paying off layaway, you know, from the gifts I got over from Christmas and all to my family, you know, debit, you know, credit card.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm still paying off bills, you know.
Oh, okay,
Once I
so you
get the
don't
money,
have it. That's your point.
I don't have the money
because
right
you're
now.
paying debts from Christmas gifts and other things.
Yeah.
All right, keep in mind, when you're talking about buying a gift, first pay your bills. All right? Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. All right, well, that's no defense to owing a debt, ma'am. So I'm going to grant your judgment $2,128 to the plaintiff as requested. Have a good day.